Live.
We
So
are.
we are. Hello, hello, guys. So coming at you with another extra special expert guest preview. So this is a sneak peek, and here's why we're doing this, guys. For the Luxury Short-Term Rental Summit, we're going to host 60 expert guests and STRs who are going to deliver to you 60 seconds of their most actionable, juiciest information to get you to move that needle forward. So there's not going to be any time for no 30-minute clubhouse intros. Okay.
Exactly.
Remember those, right?
Yes,
Not
yes.
gonna be time for those intros. So I carved out 10 minutes with each expert guest just so that you can get to know who it is who will be in the room for the summit. And we have here our lovely Lorena Edwards. She and her husband, Anthony, they have an incredible short-term rental empire where they converted a portfolio of long-term rentals into short-term rentals. And she's such an entrepreneur. They're both healthcare professionals, nurses, and she's such an entrepreneur that they're venturing into the health and beauty space, which is something that I'm totally intrigued about. But before we jump on all in, and we only have a few minutes, so I do want you to go ahead, Lorena, and introduce yourself to the people, please.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Rachel. So, as Rachel mentioned, I'm Marina Jordan Edwards, registered nurse, originally from Brooklyn, New York, but we now reside down here in Atlanta. OTP for those of you who are
Mhm.
who are in the know. But yeah, I've been a nurse for 17 years. My husband became a nurse after me, but he is really the one who kind of pushed us into this entrepreneurial journey. He's always kind of had that entrepreneurial spirit since I first met him. I was a little bit more of the worker bee, but I have now went full fledged into the joys of entrepreneurship. So I'm really super excited about that.
I am super excited for you. And I know he's one of the avatars that we love to host in terms of short term rental operators, and he has educated us about the space
Yes,
time and
yes,
time
those travel
again.
nurses,
Yes.
absolutely. And how to meet their needs,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So I absolutely love it. So, Lorena, what got you intrigued about going into the health and beauty space? Are you an avatar of that space? Are you an end user? And because I know I love, to me, when I'm getting my facials, I feel like
Yeah.
my whole life has been put together. So tell me about that.
Yeah, well, for me, being a bedside nurse for 17 years, I've kind of gotten to the place where I wanted to kind of a bit pivot in my career. And we all know when you're a bedside nurse, if you are going to remain in the hospital setting, it's usually a couple of places that you kind of pivot to. It's either management or it's in education. And I love teaching, but it's not necessarily the realm that I kind of wanted to go in because, mama's about her coin. And so that can be a little bit limiting. In terms of nurse being a nurse admin, I don't really want to micromanage anybody. I am the type of nurse where I know what it is that I'm supposed to do, and I don't like to be micromanaged. And so I did not want to step in that type of a role either. So, like you, Rachel, myself, I love the world of beauty. I enjoy looking pretty. I'm not an overly makeup type of a girl, but I love nails and, I love the skincare and that aspect of the beauty world. So, the other thing is that I really felt like women of color are truly, truly underserved when it
Mm.
comes to the beauty world. As registered nurses or as healthcare providers, we have money to spend.
Yeah.
And as many do, as many other professional women of color. And so to step into a spa space where, we want to go into that luxury spa space, right? And to
Mhm.
step in there and not really see other women who look like us on the wall, not really see other women working there or owning that look
Mm.
like us, it's kind of like, can you really service my skin type? Do you know
Gotcha.
the pain points that I have as a woman of color?
Mm.
So that was really another strong motivating factor for me. So I wanted to be able to use all of my nursing experience, be able to utilize my license, pivot from the bedside, but really come to a place where I can service women who look like me on that Fitzpatrick scale of 4 to 6, and really offer them a luxury space that they can feel comfortable in and know that the person who is serving them really is invested in what they look like, what their pain points are in regards to their skin, and also just have a listening ear. So that was my reasoning.
Oh, I love it because I got asked the question, Lorena, well, how is it that you're going into real estate and you're in healthcare? And how is it that you're going into the health and beauty and you're in healthcare? It seems like that care that you have for your patient, it translates into your real estate because I
Absolutely.
know how you're a super host. I know how well you take care of your guests, and it's translating again into the health and beauty space. Wouldn't you say that those skills are definitely transferable?
I 1000% agree with you.
Yeah.
Um, when you are looking at, say, the retail world, right?
Mhm.
So whether it's a retail store or a restaurant or however, everything is about hospitality,
Yeah.
hospitality, right? But they're forgetting that the hospital spaces, these companies, these
Mm.
hospital environments are now pushing hospitality as well when it comes to everybody who was in that space. So
Yeah.
it's not just the service providers, the healthcare providers, it is housekeeping,
Yeah.
it is food service. It's a level of hospitality that we are offering to the patients as well as their families. So
Yeah.
it's long gone this idea of just be glad you're here in my hospital, that kind of vein, so to speak,
Yeah.
right? It's really about the service. And so even when I'm discharging my patients, or I have helped to assist to deliver these babies, and they're now being transferred over to the mother baby department, I'm very quick to tell them, hey, thanks for having your baby here at blah blah hospital. We really appreciate
Wow.
it. Make sure that you come back next year. We kind of joke with them with that. Please tell your family and friends, come back and have your babies with us. And that again
Mhm.
is part of the hospitality that we as healthcare providers are doing. So it just easily translates over into your business.
Mhm.
If you are in the short-term rental space, it's all about hospitality. It's not
Mhm.
just the real estate, but it's how you make those guests feel
Yes,
when they enter in. Not actually, it starts from before they enter the door.
it's true.
When they make that initial contact with you, right?
Mhm.
That initially sets up the level of expectation. So again, it's
Mhm.
just so easy for me to be able to do that because as a nurse, it's what I do on my 12-hour shifts.
Oh, I love it, Lorena. And you're absolutely right, because sometimes you see a medical provider, you're like, can you crack a smile? I mean, could you, so yeah,
Yeah, that
long,
nurse, what is it? The nurse ratchet that, people used to make jokes on. That's all gone now.
yeah.
It really is hospitals,
Mhm.
and it's all because it's about patient or human satisfaction, person
Yeah.
satisfaction. And we're
Mhm.
all rated nowadays. We are.
Mhm.
And so to be able to capture those good ratings, it really is about how you have connected with your client avatar, no matter what business that you are in, and
Mhm.
how you have made them feel, right? They can
Mhm.
enter into the most beautiful space imaginable. But if you didn't make them feel valued and wanted and appreciated, they're not going to walk away with giving you that 5-star rating.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And guys, take it from Lorena. She is a repeat super host. I'm talking about dozens of times. And so I really appreciate you joining us on this journey as we share with other busy professionals your top tips for, maintaining and getting those 5-star reviews, because it's achievable and there are objective things that you can do. I have seen things go terribly wrong with a
Yes.
rental, and you still can get a 5-star review if you have certain communication steps or if you have some things in place. So all is not lost. Everything is definitely figure outable. And I'm super, super excited to have you with us. So for those of you who are joining, we have the lovely Lorena Edwards here with us. She is one of our top experts who will be sharing with you on our STR Summit starting in July. So Luxury STR Summit, where we are featuring 60 STR experts that will be sharing in 60 seconds. They each have only 60 seconds, right?
Gotta drop those gems quick.
Gotta drop them quick. And again, there's not going to be any time for those long intros. And so that's why we're hosting these little pop-up 10-minute kind of intros, because once those 60 seconds start, the clock is ticking. You're going to want to have your notebooks and get ready, because the gems are amazing. They're actionable. Like I said, it's the meat and potatoes and the veggies of the industry. So we have guests anywhere from individuals who are in healthcare, who have launched multiple properties, who just launched their first property, kind of give you the framework of what got them unstuck. Those who are industry experts who have software that we know and we love, Turnover B&B's CEO is going to be sharing, sometimes we have to tap into that. We have other influencers in the space. We got Dr. Parham, we have Bill Faith, we've got Rich Monroe, we've got the Bowie folks, Tim and Candace, Annette and Sarah from Thanks for Visiting. We have Will Slickers, who we interviewed a little bit earlier, Julie George, of course, $1 Million host, Alex Sabio, Carpe Diem MD, the Bigger Pockets accountants, Amanda Hahn, Brandon Hall, and so many more. So I'm just super excited for this. I was telling someone earlier, I mean, I feel it like it's an awesome idea, right? We have a lot of distractions, and so the attention span is quite low. It might be a flaw. It might be a good idea. I don't know, but we will see. I'm loving it.
I think it's an amazing idea to have so many of these amazing people who are sharing just really quick tips, because sometimes that's all you need. Yeah. Sometimes we get lost in all of the details, and we just need those quick tips just to kind of get us moving and getting us on our way. So it's amazing. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for joining us today. So guys, we have a few more interviews for the rest of today, and then we have more throughout the next upcoming weeks before we are officially live. Ticket sales start on June the 20th, which is Monday, and they're going to be a whopping early bird price of $27. Hello. Ooh, you can get that together, right?
Listen, you can blow $27 on lunch. So to spend $27 and be able to get all of this amazing value, you better get on it, girl.
Get on it. Right. So again, I'm always about access, like you, Lorraine. You were just talking about access, making sure that there's access out there. We're not leaving anyone out. So $27, get on it. That's all I got to say. Thank you again. Let me see you soon. And thanks, Lorena. I look forward to us connecting some more.